Hey guys and welcome. My name is Kodiarok and this is another unboxing of the brand new GEPRC drone I just got a week ago. Now let's take a look at what it is exactly. This is my GEPRC Vapor D5 O4 Pro GPS ELRS 2.4. It has the ELS 2.4, it's 6S, it has the latest O4 Air Unit Pro, and I picked it with the GPS M10 unit, which is optional, and F7 flight controller, and a 60 amp 4-in-1 ESC. All right, so let's take a look at what's in the box. I actually had to redo this video, so because I had an issue with my older microSD card. But anyway, let's just put the box aside. This is the drone. Now, when you first purchase the drone, both antennas are actually tucked towards the sides with this tape. But since I already took it out and had to redo it, I already plugged them in and installed them. So you have the XT60 connector. Here's some valuable information that the parameters in Betaflight have already been optimized for optimal flight. So we're not going to change that at all. Propeller directions is always a nice touch, so you know how to install your propellers. And yeah, this one actually has a high quality injected molded plastic side plates, and you can actually exchange them. They give you two of those, so one of each side. There you go. And the only thing you have to do is you have to unscrew one here and the other one on the bottom here. And you take it off and you just can replace it. And also gives you an insight of the electronics. All right, so next part is it has a 2mm top plate and a 2mm middle plate, which is hard to see. It is in the middle here, just behind injected molded plastic. 2.5 meter bottom plate and 5mm carbon arms, so very nice and sturdy. TPU feet, I would say, I call them. So it gives you extra protection when you land the drone, which is a nice touch. Optional GPS module. I had to pick it. More to that later because this one is actually very amazing. TPU mount here for the antennas. You just have to open them here a bit, and then you can, plug them in. But be careful, so damage any cables or stuff like that. Here, of course, the O4 Pro Air unit, nicely protected by this aluminium reinforcement here from the front. When the drone ships, it actually ships with almost like a 10-degree angle. So I had to loosen them a bit on each side, and I tilted them almost like to 30 degrees, so I can fly like this and have some speed. Yeah, and what else there is to say? This one here, oh yeah, what's in the box actually? So you get in the box 2 battery straps so you can put on your drone. Then you have a mount for your action cam in case you want it. An extra TPU mount for your antennas, Allen keys, and a hex wrench. Then you're getting lots of screws and nuts just in case you need it, in case something comes loose. The GEPRC carbon fiber keychain, which is always nice. And this one here, I actually don't know how you call it, but it's like the bind stick, I call it, for your DJI O4 Air unit, so you can bind it to your goggles. Then, like I mentioned, those 2 extra black side plates in case you're not a fan of orange. 2 Gemfan 5136 propellers, one to put on the drone, one spare, which is always nice. and some information about the assembly, some nice stickers, and more information about the flight controllers, the orientation of the propellers, and so forth, and as well Betaflight GPS rescue configuration, DJI O4 unit documentation or manual. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So what I got as well, I bought myself a couple of those Gemfan props in orange, so it better matches the side plates. And yeah, it's I'd say it's a very good drone. I already plugged it in to my computer in Betaflight. It runs firmware version 4.5.1. And one other thing is that it comes with is this anti-stick pad. So you actually get two of those. One is already installed. I did it on my own, so it doesn't come like this. You have two of those. Those are actually very good. You just can pull on your battery and it sticks on it. Almost too well, I would say, but this is a good thing. So you don't have to worry about your batteries coming loose. So I did already the binding to my Radiomaster Boxer Crush, and it's all set up. And yeah, they're very nice. XT60 plug. Unfortunately, it does make a pop sound when you plug it in. But other than that, let's see the motors are SpeedX. They're actually 2207E 1960 kV motors, very powerful. And here on the side, it's almost hard to see. Here you have the connection for your USB-C plug for your flight controller, and on here you see is the DJI O4 unit with your micro SD and the bind plug and stuff like that. So that's all very nice. So build quality exceptional, like all GEPRC drones lately. I'm very happy. This is actually my first 5-inch drone, and I purchased for this drone specifically my new Dogcom 1850 milliamp hour 6S batteries, because all my 6S batteries are usually in the 1200, 1400 range. So I had to get bigger batteries in order to get some good flight times out of it. More to that later. And yeah, it's I can't wait to show you guys my maiden flight. And what else is there to say? The price. Oh, this is, by the way, the Deadcat version. You have this drone in two variants. The the X-frame for more freestyle. Here the Deadcat, so the props don't get into the view of the camera. So you have more cinematic flying. If that is your type of thing, which is for me. Otherwise, if you have the X-frame, you always could put in the action cam mount on top of the drone, but I tend to not to, because I believe the O4 unit Pro and the O4 O3 was already very, very good when it comes to image quality. So and you can get it with the GPS or without the GPS in plug and play for the DJI controllers in Crossfire, ELRS, and all three come with or without the GPS module version. So you can pick whatever. And also you can get both drone versions in without the camera, so you can install your own. And I believe there's also as well the 6-inch version. This one is the 5-inch Deadcat version of the Vapor. So yeah, that's all there is to it. What else? Yeah, I think the next part is I'm going to show you guys my maiden flight and probably also a second flight. And then after that, you'll come back to me. I'll give you my final thoughts about the drone and see how it went and my impressions about my first 5-inch quad flying. So take it easy and onto the maiden flight. All right, and here we go. Maiden flight of the my brand new GEPRC Vapor D5 with the DJI O4 Pro camera system in angle mode. And switching to acro tilt. The tilt is crazy because it's my first time using a drone with a 30-degree camera angle. It is nuts. And one thing, guys, believe it or not, now here comes the big thing. The satellites. Now this is not a joke, okay? I'm not kidding. I had, as soon as I plugged in the batteries, within less than a minute, 19 satellites logged in my goggles. This is by far the best result of any FPV drone I've ever had this far. Given the fact that the GPS module is still at the very back of the drone, like all the other drones that I have, it's by far the best result. I think it all depends also on the location where you are. So if you buy this drone and you don't get the same result, it could be because of your location. And I fly right now at sunset, golden hour. I picked a different spot, we picked a different spot. And it's pretty bad. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. My hay fever is absolutely killing me as well. But it's a beautiful location. The drone feels absolutely fantastic. The drone feels very locked in, very stable. My very first 5-inch quad I've ever flown. I do have a 6-inch drone as well, but this one here from GEPRC, the Vapor D5, is absolutely amazing. I think I've never flown a drone this far that straight away within the first couple of minutes you feel like you've flown this drone for years. You know what I mean? Absolutely incredible. Very good job on the tuning. You feel very at home, very secure. Now keep in mind the drone, when it does come to you, the camera angle is roughly like 10 degrees, so you have to manually adjust it yourself. Just loosen the screws on the side of the camera mount. But other than that, boy, I think this is right now the best drone in my portfolio. And I have mostly just 3 to 4 inch drones. So yeah, just pushing it up here a bit, doing a flip. All very stable, very good. Usually I'm not that freestyle pilot, so I do apologize. I love more like this cinematic flying, but still have to get used to fly close to the ground, close proximity towards things, towards objects, you know. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? If you're looking for a drone and you have the certification and everything needed, I think this GEPRC Vapor D5 or X5 is a very good choice, given the fact the price is alright. I mean, $450 with VLRS and the GPS unit. I don't think that's very bad. It's quite loud though, so you will get noticed. Just keep that in mind. It's also not the most efficient drone I've flown so far, but still, I would say from the fact the price you pay for the product you get with that sort of quality, with the GPS, 19 satellites locked in within less than a minute from my location, I think this is a very good thing, because you have ample power. The pitch tuning, the tuning just in general, like, is extremely well done. So kudos to GEPRC for this drone. I don't regret my purchase at all, and given it's a Deadcat design, its flight performance is absolutely stellar. So really happy that I got this drone, and there's gonna be a brand new series I think coming up just for this drone, because yeah, it's worth it. Alright, second and final flight of the evening with the GEPRC Vapor D5 with the DJI O4 Pro camera system. Now, as soon as I plugged in the battery, I had, within less than a minute, 28 satellites. No joke. I was surprised I saw 28 satellites in my goggles. This is like almost like the DJI sort of GPS satellites level. Very impressed, very impressed. And like I said, this is for my location. Your location could be totally different. But this is cool. This is really cool, and the drone feels absolutely amazing. Like I said, my first 5-inch quad. You can fly it quick, you can fly it slow, you can fly it, you know, both. You can do freestyle if you want, you can fly cinematic if you want. It does it all. I'm running this on 1850 milliamp hour 6S LiPo battery, and I have to fly a bit more with the drone. I only took like 2 batteries with me because given the time, it was sort of like, you know, short idea in the evening to go out and take the drone for maiden flight, so I only had time to charge 2 of those batteries. Here you see the mountains in the background. The weather condition isn't ideal. Usually you see much further away. But this is an amazing drone. I absolutely love it. I think it's also by far my very first drone that I did flips and rolls with it within the first 2 flights. With no other drone, I actually had the confidence to do flips and rolls. But with this, totally different story. So the main thing is I usually fly around like in circles, doing flips and rolls. Mainly, I'm checking a lot of the information that is on the goggles, like what is the drain on the batteries, and so I'm checking a lot of those information while I'm doing the maiden flight, so I'm not going all too extreme. Also, given I'm not that sort of like freestyle pilot, but with this drone, I think I will be doing, like I said in the, like I said before, there will be a dedicated video series just for this drone because I'm impressed. I told us my spotter, by far, this is an amazing drone. Very good. Ticks all the right boxes for me. So, enough of the talking. Enjoy the rest of the video, and then at the end I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts on the GEPRC Vapor D5 with the DJI O4 Pro camera system. Alright guys, final thoughts on my GEPRC Vapor D5 O4 after my 2 flights I had 2 days ago. Yeah, the maiden flight and the second flight, they went very positive, I would say. Almost too positive for my liking. And I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. So just as a heads up, this is my very first 5-inch quad that I ever flown. Okay, so this is my very first one. I have a 6-inch drone. I have mostly 3-inch to 4-inch drones, and this is my very first one. So I was I was kind of like nervous, I would say, because I heard, things that it's very powerful, and indeed it is very powerful, and it is quite loud as well. So it does sound very aggressive when you push on the throttle. So it's not for quiet region. It does attract attention. But one of the things I have to say about this GEPRC drone is, first of all, is the build quality. It is absolutely exceptional. I think GEPRC is doing some really, really good stuff with the drones. I'm very happy. This is like my 3rd GEPRC drone, and it never disappoints. Here, the GPS module, which is optional but well worth it. I would highly recommend to you guys. First maiden flight, within a minute, 19 satellites. Boom. All right. So second flight, after I plugged in the battery, 28 satellites. Boom. No problem. So I think it really comes down to the location where you're in, as to how many satellites you're getting. So I think that is also a fact you always have to count in. So it could be the new location, you plug it in, it takes like 5 minutes to get like 10 satellites or something, but I'm quite fortunate on this case. I picked the orange propellers. I didn't install the black ones that came with it because I wanted to match the injection molded plastic side plates. Yeah, very good drone, very powerful, nice flight characteristics. I'm very happy with it. It felt like home. So after like 2 minutes of flying, I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty predictable. It feels extremely locked in. I was so happy. And I started to become like, I'm not that kind of like freestyle person, to be honest. I'm more like this, gentle flying, almost like a boring flight. So I like this more cinematic flying, this rather relaxed. But with this drone, for the first time, given it's a Deadcat, all my drones are Deadcat designs. Wow, it felt the need to flip and to roll for some reason, and it felt very good. With my small 4-inch quad that isn't so powerful, doing stuff like this, I'm losing a lot of altitude. But this drone here, I think I can do some freestyle in the future. And the sticky pad, absolutely amazing. The battery sticks on it even without the battery straps. Like, you can put the battery on it and you can hold onto the battery and it just won't, detach, basically. So absolutely amazing drone, build quality top notch. I flew this with the Dogcom 1850 6S battery. It's brand new. I'm getting soon a 2800 milliamp hour battery pack for more flight time. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Thank you so much for watching, and more content to come in the future. Yeah. Well, till then, you guys take care. Happy flying. Stay safe. And till the next one. Bye-bye.